layout sample form,
For
and
you.
they will write, no, not for me, for everybody, this is for entire company.
Okay.
So they will say, when we create a patient, these are the information that we required.
Okay, and they will give you this.
Yeah, they will give you that.
Okay.
So when you say, okay, marketing team wants to create a patient, but these guys are creating something with some other name. So this is not good. So if it's good, if it's matching this thing, okay, say now that's what actually market needed.
Okay.
So that's good. They are trying to cover all the requirements when
Okay.
they design the software.
Uh-huh.
So that's where you go to the general tab. Then you can add the patient, here the patient's MRN ID, first name, last name, and
But,
then you enter the address.
this is already being needed, isn't it?
So I'm explaining you how you should approach to read it when you go to the company. So first you go ahead and open your SRS document.
But no, but this one is already made it, right? So we don't have to, do we have to write test cases for that?
Right, test cases for that
On
means
this one.
on this software. So when this in the January we started,
this
right?
is already made software, isn't it?
No, this is just a design of it. Let's say in the January we started doing that, right? When the business analyst went to the hospital into January,
Mm-hmm.
right? They wrote this document in January.
The one that you showed us.
Yeah.
Okay.
So they will say, the hospital says, I want to create a patient. So they write here, the system shall allow creation of patient. They said, okay, I should be able to delete a patient. So they write that thing. So what happened? They came back to Welchel in February. Then they gave it to a UI designing team. So UI designing say, okay, you want to create a patient, let's design a software which has this many fields. So they came here and they put
So
something
they
here.
designed it.
They designed it here. They did not write any code, right? You cannot click on this button right now.
This is just for you to look
This
at.
is just a wireframe, an infrastructure, a blank skeleton. So you will, and then they showed it to the business analysis team. So
But
that's what
what-
you needed. They
But
discussed
what
that.
do we have to do with this exactly?
Nothing.
So
you
we're not
read
doing-
you
you read
at that
it.
time you read those things. In January and February, what you do is you read both these documents, so you know what the patient management will look like in
Later
June
on.
when my first bill will come. So you will be ready with the knowledge of a software.
So you
that
know
you're
what to
going to test.
expect. If something like middle name is missing, like
So they
later
made a
on.
rule that a first name should be 30 character. So they documented that thing here.
Mm-hmm.
So in June when you get your first bill, what directly you will test? Enter 31 character and save it.
And if it doesn't take
But
it,
wait a
then
minute, so this is gonna be already software which exists, like which is we can use,
Which we are going
or
to
just
develop.
on a paper?
That's just a paper.
It's gonna be on the paper.
Yes, this is on the paper.
and you read it so that you know what to test or what you know
Okay,
later on.
so we're reading this, and then just when its builds come, the first bill.
Mm-hmm. So then you know how to create a patient already, because you have
You
read the
already read it.
document. You know here
They,
that how,
they wanted this
how I can create a patient
and
by
this,
reading this thing.
They want 30
How I
letters
can
in
delete
here.
that. How I can search a patient. How I can delete a patient.
And how
Just
should I
like
write?
that example what you've given us about that house, उसको काफी होने.
Let's say when an architect comes, you want to make a house, right? So you want to build your house. So in the January you came to me with you want to build a house with the foundation, right? So my architect will show me the diagram and picture of a house. So does the picture look good to you? So
And
you
then-
will say, okay, I like the picture, but I want to change this ratio. I want to look it like this way.
And then he would say this was just the first draft for
So
you
then
to look at.
in January when you make your foundation for that, you are just writing into that architecture is showing you the house, the diagram of house. But when the house is built in June, at that time you will say, okay, my house, I really pictured this thing and that's what I got it.
Okay.
Right? So this one is just a diagram of that thing, how my house will look like.
You know how somebody gets a crown done? It's about the office, and then sometimes they ask what needs to be done in the crown. First, you have to do out a bunch of steps, and you discuss with the patient if they're okay with it. If they are, then you go with it.
So it's just an organized way of
You just have you tell them,
propagating
explain
information.
what it is.
Okay.
So now you know what is.
Yeah, I know what is
That's
this,
what
but just I didn't get it. Like how we should test this. after.
So after doing that, we are coming to test plan.
Oh, we didn't get there
No.
yet?
No, we are not getting it.
Because you
I thought
can't
I'm
click.
missing something.
No, you can't click on any of this. This is just there for you to see.
Okay.
Then we go ahead and we make
So
database
basically, we're
design.
not doing anything right now. Testers,
Yes.
we're just reading.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, no, we're not testing.
Yeah.
So when this is going on with the design and requirement fast and design fast, right?
Okay,
Or
so you
coding
read that
fast.
and you read the other
All the
documents.
three fast.
I'm sorry?
So this is going on during the all three fast, right?
Yes, correct, yeah.
So this is when we start.
This is when we start doing
And
the
then when
testing.
you get the bill is when you start testing.
Yes.
Okay. And if
So, but you should be ready by the time of the build gate. When they directly give you the bill, at that time you're not gonna
Go
to
back.
read all this document.
again.
You will
and then-
create your test plan at the time. You should be ready at the time because time is essence over there.
Okay.
Gotcha.
Okay, what are you showing us now?
Now I'll show you detailed design specification, how the developers will understand this thing, and he will write how internally it will behave. So now you know what they want, how
Yeah.
it should look like, and how it should work.
Okay.
These
So
are the three things.
first part is how it should.
How they want,
Want.
the hospital want. So we write these SRS documents.
Okay, and then the second part is how it's supposed to
How,
design,
how it should look like.
look like.
So that's UIS.
Okay.
And the third thing now we are going to learn is how
What
it should
is
work.
SRS again?
System requirement specification. What they want first, then how it should look like.
Mhm.
The third thing is how it should behave or work. Now we will see that work thing.
Okay.
Right.
Alright. So we already
What
talked
they want.
Yeah.
So that one is
SRS.
SRS
Okay. Or MRD.
or MRD.
Okay. Alright. Then
So
how
what
it looks.
they want, how
So these documents significantly.
how it looks.